The next tool I'm about to describe relates to your cardiovascular training, and it's a tool that can greatly improve your cardiovascular fitness with a limited amount of time commitment. Today we are discussing ways to improve your fitness. In particular, we are going to discuss tools that you can incorporate into your existing fitness routine that will allow you to make significant improvement without having to invest a lot of extra time. The first tool is to mesh your Zone 2 cardio with your daily activities. So for those of you that don't know, Zone 2 cardio is the type of movement that we typically call cardio exercise that elevates your heart rate somewhat, increases your breathing somewhat, but that still allows you to carry out a conversation without having to pause or to gasp in order to complete your sentences. Now, the scientific data tell us that we should all be getting anywhere from 150 minutes to 200 minutes per week minimum of Zone 2 cardio for sake of cardiovascular health, cerebrovascular health, and a number of other aspects of health that are important essentially to everybody for health span and lifespan. The second tool that I've incorporated into my fitness regimen, and that I believe can be of great benefit to, frankly, everybody, is to start including low repetition, pure strength work. That at least for some portion of one's yearly training cycle, so perhaps 8 weeks or 10 weeks, or in the case that I adopted, 12 weeks, there is tremendous benefit to training in the 3 to 5 repetition range, and maybe even lower. And I'll just tell you a few of the benefits that I've experienced. The most obvious benefit to me was that I got much stronger, and that strength persisted such that when I went back to using higher repetition ranges, so typically I train with weights or machines in the 6 to 10 repetition range, sometimes a little higher, sometimes a little lower, but never before had I specifically trained in the 3 to 5 repetition range exclusively for a period of 10 to 12 weeks. And when I did that, I, of course, gained strength. But that strength stayed with me such that when I returned to higher repetition ranges, I could use more weight in good form, and that of course enhanced strength and hypertrophy further. In addition, there was another effect that was, at least to me, very unexpected, which was that my cardiovascular training improved significantly. Now, why would this be? Because typically a 3 to 5 repetition set does not elevate the heart rate for long enough that you would consider it cardiovascular training. And of course, the rest periods between those sets is pretty long as well. So even if heart rate goes up during those heavy sets, it's going to go down during those long 3 to 5 minute rest periods between those sets. But what I noticed was that my overall posture and my ability to maintain cardiovascular output while using good running form or good rowing form was also vastly improved. And the logical interpretation of why that would be is simply that the muscles got stronger, and those same muscles are being incorporated into the cardiovascular, let's call it endurance work that I'm doing on other days. And therefore I can carry out those cardiovascular training sessions in better form for longer periods of time. I actually felt much stronger during my cardiovascular training as I got much stronger moving these heavier weight loads for low repetition sets. The next tool I'm about to describe relates to your cardiovascular training, and it's a tool that can greatly improve your cardiovascular fitness with a limited amount of time commitment. But that is not to say it is easy. What I'm referring to is the so-called sugar cane. It is a very efficient, yet somewhat brutal way to increase your cardiovascular output. There are only 3 rounds of high intensity work, and they go as the following. In round 1, you're going to take 2 minutes, so you'll need to set a timer for 2 minutes, and you're going to go the maximum distance that you can in that 2 minutes. Whatever distance you travel in that 2 minutes, you are going to mark that distance down, and then you're going to rest 2 minutes. So 2 minutes of work, then rest 2 minutes. Then in round 2, you're going to go the same distance that you did in round 1, and you're going to take as much time as you need to do that distance as fast as you can. So if you went 600 meters in 2 minutes for round 1, in round 2, you're going to go 600 meters, and it's going to take you however long it takes you. Chances are, if you really did the best you could in round 1, you were at maximum output for the first 2 minutes, that in round 2, it's going to take you longer than 2 minutes to travel that equivalent distance. However, there is the possibility that it will take you less time. But for most people, it's going to take you more time. So you then are going to mark down how long round 2 took you. So in this case, the example is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Then you're going to rest another 2 minutes. And then in round 3, you're going to go all out, again, as fast and as safely as you can for the same duration that you did in round 2. And your goal is to go at least as far as you went in round 1. And if there's still time left, you're going to continue to go all out, again, as fast as you safely can until the entire duration is completed. The next tool to improve your fitness is called exercise snacks. And as the name suggests, this is a fun one. Now, exercise snacks can take on a variety of different forms, but for sake of simplicity and clarity, today we're going to divide them into 2 major categories. The first category are exercise snacks that are going to improve or maintain your cardiovascular fitness. The second category of exercise snack relates to muscular endurance. Okay, so let me give you an example of an exercise snack for enhancing your long duration endurance, 12 minutes or longer. And this is the sort of thing that if you are going to incorporate into your routine, and I highly recommend that you do, can essentially be done anytime with no warm up. A good example of an exercise snack of this type would be to suddenly stand up from your desk and to do 100 jumping jacks. Now, depending on how fit you are and how fast you do those jumping jacks and how wide and tall you do those jumping jacks, it could take you anywhere from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. Okay, so in the case of jumping jacks, you may end up doing this for 90 seconds. But the point is to simply do 100 jumping jacks. Or if that takes too long, you could even do just 25 or 50 jumping jacks. The point is that it's going to get you moving your muscles. It's going to get your heart rate up. Even if you're very, very fit, if you're doing these fast enough and you're doing them with proper form, it's going to get your heart rate up. And then you're done. You can sit back down to your desk. And of course, you don't have to do jumping jacks. An equally effective type of exercise snack is to find a stairwell and to simply go up that stairwell as fast as you safely can for 20 to 30 seconds. So perhaps just find the bottom of a stairwell and go up that stairwell as quickly as you can, and perhaps go down as quickly as you can, and just keep doing that for about 20 to 40 seconds, and then you're essentially done. Everything we know about these exercise snacks is that they enhance various aspects of your physiology in ways that promote both recovery and performance in your other types of exercise and your other types of athletic endeavors.